Yeah, that's fine.
Tell me you're ready.
Alright.
Alright, do we have to listen to the government?
Do what now?
Have to listen to the government.
Sure, we should listen to the government. The government's making decisions based on the grand scheme of things. So it's in our best interest normally to listen to the government, much like your educational teachers that you have in class.
Is our government the best government? Do you know what government we have?
Our government is strong, obviously, with like anything, we have a number of weaknesses within our government, but you know, our democracy and what we believe in for our government is strong. I wouldn't want to be in any other country.
How does the government control people?
I wouldn't say they necessarily control people. I know a lot of people want to feel like they are in control of their own thing, but the biggest thing is that we live in a free country, we have certain unalienable rights, and that's what makes America great.
Does government have too much power?
Government does have a lot of power, but again, coming back to, we also have rights and responsibilities that we need to uphold. The Bill of Rights and all our amendments are in there for us, so we do have control over.
You saying it have too much power? What branch of government do you think?
I think both our executive branch and I'd say our biggest one is the executive branch likes to exert a lot of power and control over us, just based on what they're doing on a day-to-day basis.
Do we need more amendments to protect our rights?
I think we have enough amendments. I think people need to understand what the amendments mean and what that means to each person.
Should political parties exist?
Political parties, as they stand, should exist, but we're also in a position where we might be able to have some more political parties. We just don't need to have two political parties.
Well, there are more.
I know, there's the T, but I think the Tea Party and some other parties need to be stronger.
Should the amount of years per term for president be reduced?
No.
So that should be 4 to 8. So Donald Trump gets elected, you would be okay.
He's not. Is he going to be elected? Is he really going to be elected? I'm just
If you had to fix one amendment or add an amendment, what would you do?
I don't think any amendments need to be changed like we talked about. I think amendments just need to be better understood.
Do states have too much power?
I don't think so. I don't even know how much power states have based on our representatives. I think our representatives have a good understanding of what they bring to the table, but I don't think necessarily states in general. I mean, if states had too much power, then Texas would be their own state right now.
And what should therefore be driving age?
Driving age, you can get your permit at 16. You can get your license. Yeah, you can get your permit at 15 and a half, and you can get your license at 16, right? As long as you're passing the test. And I just think, again, I think it comes back to education. I think we need to understand what the rights and responsibilities of driving means. I don't think somebody should get behind a wheel if they don't understand what they're doing. If they can't drive,
Right.
and they're not following traffic laws, and they're not being safe, then they shouldn't drive. We're out.
Thank you.
Anything for you, brother? Be good.
Do we have to listen to the government?
We have to listen to them? No,
Why do you say no?
because a lot of what the government do isn't right. That's just me.
Is our government the best government? And do you know what other government we have?
I don't think it's the best government, and I don't know what government.
We have the indirect government.
Indirect.
Indirect democracy. How does the government control the government?
How they control the people? Probably through our money.
Like, explain.
So the rich gets richer and the poor gets poor. Pretty much.
The rich want to stay rich. Does the government have too much power?
I think so.
All I know is cameras.
Yeah, cameras everywhere. They're invading our privacy. Yeah.
Do you think we need more amendments to protect our rights?
I think so.
What amendment would you add?
What would I add? I would do something with the gun laws. I don't know what I would do. I would legalize it.
Alright, this is Jesse. I'm interviewing my mom, Beth Cribble,
And here we go. Question number 1. How does the government control the people?
Well, the government controls people by making laws that we have to follow and abide by. And it also taxes us. It tells us that we have to pay certain amounts of taxes on our wages and on our property and things like that.
Good answer. Okay, so for question 2, we have, do we have to listen to the government?
Well, we're supposed to, but technically we don't have to. I mean, there are rebels out there that, feel like they don't have to follow the laws of the land, and if you're caught, of course you got to pay the consequences. And even there's a lot of leaders in our country that have not followed the laws and been caught, later on in life and had to, been sent to jail and had to pay the consequences for their actions. So, like I said, we're supposed to follow, the laws, but there's people out there that refuse to do so because they're anti-government.
All right. Next question. Do you think our government is the best government?
Well, in some areas we have the best government. I would say our military is pretty strong, and we also have a lot of freedoms that a lot of countries don't give the people in their particular countries. But I would also say that there's some things about our government that could be made better, such as some of the leaders. Some of the leaders are immoral and don't make choices that are to the benefit of, the people as a whole. And there are some governments, I think, that have better systems, in particular, better healthcare systems, such as Canada. And Australia has stricter gun laws, therefore they have less violence taking place in their country. And I think our country could learn a lot from other countries as well. So in some areas our country is good. And, I wouldn't say they're necessarily the best though.
All right. Good job. Do you think the government has too much power?
I really don't think our government has too much power. I mean, some people would say that it does. United States of America gives its people a lot of freedoms. We have a freedom to practice whatever religion we want. We have freedom of speech. So I would say that we don't. I mean, they don't really try to control us in every, area of our lives. We do have freedom to make choices in a lot of areas.
All right. Good answer. So next question. Do you think we need more amendments to protect all of our rights?
Well, I think as time goes on, you can always make new amendments or change the ones that we already have, because as time goes on, things change, and there's always new issues that come about. Things that were really, I guess, top priority 100 years ago aren't necessarily a priority anymore. So yeah, there's always room to make new amendments.
All right. Good job. All right. So number 6, should political parties exist?
I think they probably should not exist, because I think it actually divides people. Like if a person is a Democrat, they will just vote for the Democratic candidate, whether that's the best candidate or not. So I think if we don't have the political parties, they would, and just have maybe several candidates running that are not attached to a party, then people would be more likely just to vote for whoever they thought was the best candidate.
All right. Number 7, should the amount of years per term for president be reduced?
I probably think it should be reduced to 2 years, because being the president is a very stressful job, and if they're actually elected for more than one term, that turns out to be 8 years, which was way too long. And if you end up getting a bad president, it's really pretty difficult to get rid of them. And like I said, 4 years is a long time to keep a president that's not doing a very good job.
All right, so for the next one, why do you think we have to obey the laws?
Well, if we didn't have laws, there'd be complete chaos in the world, and people would be doing whatever they want to do, and there'd probably be a lot of violence and murders and things going on. So you have to have, just like you have to have red lights, because people would be crashing into each other or fighting over who would go first. So without laws, there's chaos.
All right. So, do you believe the states have too much power?
I don't really think the states have too much power. The only way I'd say there's some things I don't disagree with is, you know, the prices of when you buy a license plate for your new vehicle, that you know, the taxes are really high compared to somebody that has an older vehicle, and sometimes I think they're a little bit too high, but that's about it.
All right. So, for the last one, what should be the appropriate driving age?
Oh, I actually think the driving age is way too low. I think it should be 18 years old at least, because a lot of the young kids today, I think, are pretty immature and not actually ready to be on the highways, and there's a lot of younger people on their cell phones and texting all the time, which is a very dangerous thing, and they don't seem to really recognize the danger of their behavior.
All right. Good job.